Well, welcome back to Downforce Discussions. I'm so excited to be back. I'm sorry I missed last week's. If you all know that I did have a bit of an accident, but we are back to talk all things Monza Grand Prix. I'll go around the what did we think? What did we think about this race? How was it? We're going to chat about that incident, but overall, just kind of a little overall thoughts first, I think we should probably start with.
I hope Baku is better because that was boring as
That
hell.
was boring as hell.
There was
Yep.
some good overtaking, but nothing
Mm.
major. It was better to watch F3 and F2 this weekend in Monza than anything else.
100%. I mean, it only really kind of livened up at the end towards that kind of team or McLaren team orders incident. So maybe we should start there. For those that haven't watched the race, maybe they only watch races from our coverage. There was a bit of an incident with pit stops. The team asked Lando if he'd like to pit first or second. He was given the information he was given. He chose to let Oscar pit first. Then Oscar has the best pit stop alive, 1.9 seconds. Lando then comes into the pits, 6 second pit stop. Ultimately, Oscar is then ahead of Lando coming out of the pits, and they had to do team orders. What did we think of this decision? How were we feeling with this? Because this really did liven up the race from a kind of viewer's standpoint. We have to kind of give it that.
Yeah.
I
Just
would go
silence.
if I have to speak, I'm going to jail because if
Straight to
you
jails.
if you fuck it up, then suck it up.
It is very much
Literally.
that. You know, you can see why they did it. They're trying to play this corporate fun game of try to be fair in a world of sport where sport is just sometimes not fair. And they kind of tried to pull the Hungary 2024 card, which I'd say that was a similar, it had remnants, but it wasn't the same. They can't call that as a kind of callback just because been a bad pit stop. It kind of, I think that's why a lot of people are quite angry by the incident, if you guys would agree.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
yeah.
uh,
Calm.
Cam,
Wait,
as the Lando Norris fan, how did you feel watching
yeah.
that?
I mean, um, as a Lando fan, of course, I'm gonna be somewhat happy that Lando ends up, finishing second. But yeah, I mean, like, I see why they did it because it's that whole thing of like, oh, they don't want to choose a first and second driver, but then you're gonna end up with that kind of mess. And yeah, I was mainly just like, oh God, people are gonna have a field day with that. Yeah, so I've just been avoiding social media. I'm like, I don't want to hear about it. I
Mhm.
don't want to know. But yeah, I mean, I see why they did it. Yeah,
Yeah.
but McLaren, yeah, I'm a fan of Lando and Oscar, but McLaren as a team now, I'm like, eh.
I
So,
was Max in the situation.
Oh, Max was hilarious.
oh yes.
Max said what we're all thinking on his radio with GP, on the GP and Max Verstappen podcast. Why are they what just because of a bad pit stop?
No, but
Yeah, I love how sassy he is.
the thing is that Landa could have overtaken Oscar
Yeah.
without them having to swap positions.
Yeah.
And
I
then
just yeah. On you
and
go,
then
Matt.
it was like, Oscar, let him pass, but then you're free to race, keep it clean. And Oscar was like, fuck you. And he
Yeah,
make
like
him
keep it.
like fall behind, and he was like, no,
Yeah,
no.
you're free to race, but only in a specific way that we've given you. You are a child. We are telling you how you're going to play. You're not going to play outside of these lines. It's just, it must just be so frustrating for a driver. And I think that seem to think that their way of racing is, yeah, it's going to be if both camps are slightly unhappy, they've kind of achieved their goal. You know, that it's fair. But I just don't think in sport racing is like it. Sport isn't fair sometimes. Oh, makes you feel a wee bit icky, but I guess that's their sign that they've done their job right.
Yeah,
They think they've done it because everyone feels a bit meh about the situation but
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's like, yeah, in a way, like I don't know how to explain that, but like, I'm glad the the fuck up was because of the team and not
Yeah.
because of a driver. Because like if
Yeah.
like Lando had been the one fucking it up, we would have never heard the end of it. But
Yeah.
here, it's like it's not his fault. The pit
No.
stop was bad.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and it's like if he had decided to pit first, maybe the same would have happened and his pit stop would have still been bad. Like we don't know. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of just like,
And
well,
it's never great to hear someone being booed on the podium. That's also like, come on, guys. Let's
I've
it's like a panto.
I've done it,
you've
so I
done
have
it,
to
Nat.
shut
Have you
up.
done it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, look, if Nat does it, that's fine. Nat, as I said to Nat before we started recording, she could do no wrong. If someone's complaining about Nat that they've got me to deal with, take
But
that
No,
voice
but
in.
why?
why? It was
No.
Esteban Ocon. It was when everyone hated him. So yeah, but it
Fine,
was
it's
not.
Esteban Ocon, that's
I
fine.
was not the only one, and it was such a like everyone was, and they weren't. We were not booing at him, but
No.
at the no, let me at the presentation videos that they put on the screens in when there's no action on the race,
Mm.
everyone was booing when he was on the screen, but not to
Mhm.
him actually, to the video of him. Also,
Yeah,
race, but
that's
Yeah,
different.
but like I've been like to the MotoGP, like French MotoGP quite a few times, and a lot of people boo Marc Marquez, and I'm always like, why? If you don't like him, okay, but like I mean I've paid my ticket to be here and shit. Like
Yeah.
it's just stupid. I hate booing, except when people were booing the FIA at the
Oh,
live
boo the
show thing.
FIA.
Because
Yeah.
yes, go for it. But
I
booing
saw
people, like, nah.
I saw AI video that someone made, that it was this reporter asking a pretty girl, what does FIA stand for? And the answer of the pretty lady was like, fucking ignorant assholes or inconsistent. I don't remember the I,
Both
but it was
work.
such a good one. But you could
Oh,
clearly see it was AI. But
sometimes as
Uh,
content as people who, work in content, this is technically a job. We don't condone AI, but that's really funny and really applicable. So what can you do?
yeah. And what else
yeah.
happened? Oh, they pitted Pierre like twice.
Yeah. There
Still
was some there was some
wait,
weird, yeah.
and Nika couldn't start. There was like a leak in his car, and that's why he couldn't start. And it was so sad because we could have seen his his daughter. She was
Mm.
wearing the cutest dress.
Oh,
It was made by that content creator, like that she made
it was so cute.
Lily's t-shirt for the Aussie Grand Prix.
We'll insert her tag here. Go
Yeah,
and check out her content because I
and
know exactly who
because
Nat's talking about.
she did the dress. It was a dress that had Hulk and the 27, and then she half dyed green and put some butterflies. It was so cute,
It
and
was so cute.
the no Noemi was so cute.
Do you know,
No.
from a driving perspective, if you're going to DNF, put yourself in that position. I would rather DNF on the formation lap and just say, do you know what, that was a good go, and go home, go and eat some food, rather than kind of DNF midway through the race where you're just about to get a good result,
Like someone I know.
like someone I know.
Why did he have to take the curve? That like he was so violent. Like, Fernando, what are you doing? That's your job. And now people is like, no, it's not his fault that he broke. And I was like, I texted one of the engineer friends, like, what just happened? He was like, too harsh on the
Too
curve.
harsh.
And I was like, but it's true that it should not have the suspension shouldn't have broken. That means that he took that curve before like that, and it just
Mm.
stopped and couldn't take it anymore.
I didn't mean to rage bait Nat there, but
It was
I had forgotten, but
it was
you
so
speak your
sad
truth.
because then the pit stop had been so good,
Mm,
and he Ubered, like, the undercut to Bortoleto was so good, and then
mm.
he's out.
Oh. Should we talk about a real winner from today to make you feel better? Max Verstappen had an absolute blinder. Where has that come from? That it feels like a dad that's gone away on a business trip and is suddenly back. Like
You know,
he's
you
left
know,
the kids for a while and now he's back.
you know what people said? It's because Kelly was back in the paddock.
I didn't even notice her. Usually they've got the wags all plastered all over
Oh,
Yeah,
I
them,
saw
but
her a few times.
yeah,
there you go.
yeah. She was there, and they say that. But
Ah,
who's
maybe
going
that
to
was
believe
why.
that?
Good luck. Good
And
luck
then
charm.
all a bunch of wags were wearing black on Sunday
Mm,
in honor of George Germany passing, which
mm.
was also
Big
good.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what else? I don't know. The race was so plain and so boring.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean,
Um, kudos, kudos to Hajar, who started at the pit lane and ended P10.
mm,
A great job from Bortoleto again, ending in the
mhm.
points.
I
Um,
I would like to talk about how Alex Albon's ahead of Kimi Antonelli in the Drivers' Championship. I feel like that is as and Cam, this is right
yeah.
up your street because my flatmate watch has just started watching F1 this year, and she is like ride or die. Kimi Antonelli is her boy. She doesn't care about anyone else on the grid except Kimi Antonelli, and we have to
He
turn
like
off the audio if Kimi's not doing well. And when he got that penalty at the weekend, it was like, no, this isn't this. It was like she was gonna have a meltdown on the train. But it's just it's quite oh, you feel for him because it must just be such a pressure cooker. But then I did see someone else saying like, "Oh, yeah, he is 19, like a lot of sports people are in their teens." But I don't like he's still a baby. He's driving a big boy car, so I still feel for
yeah.
him.
He's driving a big boy car when he doesn't know how to drive a scooter,
No,
and he runs over people with it. So
oopsies. Yeah, I wonder who that could be. Whose foot did he get? Oh,
no, but yeah, and even last year he said that he did not want to come to
mm,
F1 yet, but Toto told him, "This is your only chance because if we
yeah,
sign someone, we're not going to sign him for 1 year.
yeah.
So it's either you come up or you don't."
Hmm.
And they had to prematurely take him into F1.
I asked my TikTok follower whatever about who their rookie of the year would be, and he was joint third with I put Fernando Alonso as an option in, and obviously then people then selected it, which made me laugh, but also impacted my data. And yeah, Kimi Antonelli was the third best rookie of the year, and then Isaac Hadjar number one, Gabriel Bortoleto number two, which
Yeah.
very yeah, just telling.
But the thing is that Gabi would do so much better in a better car.
Hmm.
That for me, he's the rookie of the year because he started so bad and he's been
Yeah.
like, he's not been lucky enough as Isaac to get a podium,
Hmm.
but he doesn't have a car for a podium. I'm so
Yeah.
excited to see him next year with
100%.
Audi
Hmm.
and see how that changes. Well, if he
Hmm.
stays there, because I don't know if he has a contract for next year.
Mm, I can check.
Like,
But he is out qualifying Nico Hulkenberg, who is very has a podium and is a very established driver.
yeah, but once again, he has a podium just like Isaac because he was in the right place at the right time. Not because they have a car that could make it, because let's face it, the Toro Rosso and the Stake are not cars that are podium cars. Oh my god, I have my hair inside my eye and it's annoying.
He has a multi-year contract apparently.
Okay,
So
so
he is going to be in that car. But
perfect.
it makes you think as well about because I was looking at the standings. Yuki Tsunoda is like 19 out of all 20 of them. Like it goes Jack Doohan, Franco Colapinto, then it's Yuki Tsunoda, if I've
Yeah,
read that correctly.
with
So
12
he's
points.
last with a full season, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is madness, considering, your teammate is then sitting in P3. And I will
P9.
happily defend him. Like, that's just so sad.
Oh shit, I said P9 because my brain still had Jar and Tsunoda to
Yeah,
change.
that's the thing is we forget that because in my head he's still there as well, but you forget I just completely miss him when he's driving around in the Red Bull.
Yeah. The only driver who doesn't have points though, it's Franco. All of the rest have points.
Yeah.
Don't remind
Oopsies.
me.
So yeah.
Mhm.
Talking
And
contracts, like Pierre resigned up
yeah.
until 2028.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do
Well,
we think?
you have to take into account that next year, Alpine will have Mercedes
Mercedes
engines,
carrying it.
and I'm so sad to see Renault go from the grid. But they are doing. But the thing is that, and this I can tell you from an insight because I know someone
Ooh,
in Alpine.
Nat's insider
Uh,
information section.
yeah. Renault was so mad with first how they treated Fernando after being Fernando the only one who gave them championships. Two, so disappointed at how Alpine was treating everything.
Mm,
And three, they didn't like the results. So they
mm.
decided to part ways and tell Alpine, hey, we're not supplying you anymore. And then they had to go and look for someone who would give them an engine because if not, they would not participate anymore. So yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, if you're Pierre as well, you've got that. That kind of gives you a bit of change. It could go up. We don't know. Could be up on the up. But also, I would be terrified if Flavio Brigatore was my boss. And he was saying, right, do you want to sign a contract? I think I would just panic and sign it.
Yeah, I'd sign
He scares
anything. I'd
me.
be like, what do you want from me?
To sign it. Did you this is a fun little this is a tidbit that I didn't realize. Did anyone ever watch Project Runway back in the day? Yes, thank you. I knew someone would, and it was probably going to be Nat. Basically, do you know Heidi Klum that hosted? She
Mm.
she has a daughter with Flavio Brigatore.
Yeah.
I had no idea about that until
But
this week.
he
Mind, but Cam is Googling it.
he completely ignores
Yeah,
her
cut her off. Yeah.
and the partner Haiti had after Flavio is the
Yeah.
one that they consider the dad.
Mad.
Yeah.
This is
And
such like
and that
unknown F1 lore to me.
the thing is that you said Project Runway and it was like the show I was watching every Thursday in
Yeah.
the States because there was nothing else good on TV.
Hey, Project Runway had a special place in my heart for a long time.
They still play there, like they are in the 21st season and it's still
That's
going.
insane.
Which
Oh,
reminds me that I have to watch last week's episode because I can see it on the internet and they have it. So yeah,
so she needs to watch the new season, the new episode of Project Runway.
yeah.
But you just forget how far F1 reaches sometimes. The world of Project
Mm.
Runway.
Well, fun fact that I just learned: Mick Schumacher's ex-girlfriend,
I know what you're gonna
Lila,
say. Yeah.
she dated a Danish football player, cheated on the football player with Mick, and then cheated on Mick with Jannik Sinner,
Yeah.
who she's currently dating. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Madness. Look,
and
she's got a type. We've got to respect it.
and then Arthur Leclerc is back with the girl Jade that they
Mm.
broke up and then they are back together. And the fun thing is that no, because I I had to like jet lag made me go through a rabbit hole uh, in TikTok. Turns out Jade was going to be a bridesmaid at Lorenzo's wedding, but since they broke up, she was not. And now they are back together and they just ruined Lorenzo's wedding for nothing.
I fear I would never
Wow.
recover if I was going to be a bridesmaid and then didn't get to be a bridesmaid.
I mean, the Leclerc family dinners must be interesting. Like,
Oh,
oh
to be
my
a fly on
God.
the wall.
Oh
Wow.
yes.
Wow. That is, wow. That must
And
be
the
so
thing is
awkward.
that the reason why I have a picture with Arthur Leclerc,
Mm.
it's Jade.
Oh,
Because
you do.
they were getting inside the car and I was like, oh hi Arthur, can we? And he closed the door and she literally opened her door, slide in, told him like in French,
Oh.
get the window down, so take a picture. And I was like, I understand everything you're saying. Thank you very much.
Get the window down now.
And I have my picture with Arthur Leclerc from last year at Grand Prix because of that. But the fun fact is that I thought he was Ollie Berman, and I told my friend, "Ron, that's Ollie." It was not. It was Arthur, and I was like, "Never mind."
Ah,
Okay.
my, still a win.
Yeah.
Oh, Do you know
And
who's not a happy bunny though? After Carlos Sainz, like, once again, has a vendetta against rookies on the grid, had a bit of a mare with Ollie Behrman. What was our thoughts?
when I saw them, I was like, I'm spinning like a ballerina. That was my thought.
I
It
saw
was,
him, Nico Rosberg after the race, really kind of being like, "That's Carlos's fault. Can you not see Ollie's like definitely got a half a car length in there?" And you just think, Nico Rosberg, you must get such a kick out of this. Like to be a retired driver, just getting to be able to go, "No, that's wrong."
Oh
he
yes.
he was asked something about Louis, and
He loves it.
he had such a sassy answer that I don't remember. It was not Natalie Meng, who had
Pinkman.
also
She
asked.
had a very interesting comments
Yeah,
this week
it did.
from Natalie Pinkman, which were very out of the usual realm of her
Yeah.
reporting.
Oh
What'd
yeah.
she say?
I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Nat, she said that something about pillow talk with Oscar Piastri's girlfriend
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
Exactly.
really
yeah. I read
constructive, and you're
about
like,
that.
oh, this is a bit nah, Natalie, let's not do that.
You're supposed to be a feminist. You claim yourself to be a feminist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's just not do
Yeah,
that.
because Lily is also an engineer
Hmm.
and she's a motorsport engineer or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know where she works, but she works with data and stuff. Yeah, she should,
And
sometimes they're better.
I forgot the name. Danica Patrick, like that
Oh, Danica, yeah.
woman.
Jensen
Yeah,
Button's favorite person.
yeah. And at some point, I don't remember why. Like I was scrolling on my phone, she came up, and I was like, And then a friend of mine who's like, she's a friend, and she's an American retired lady. And she looked at my phone and she was like, "Oh, Danica Patrick, like she's hot." And I was like, "No, no, no, no," because like she started being like, "Oh my God, she was my crush. Like she's so hot." And I was like, "No, no, no, no,
You're
no,
like, it's
no,
gone too far now. I
Like,
can't break this news to you.
no."
Danica Patrick is like pizza with pineapple. Like, she
Mm,
thinks she belongs because she was once a NASCAR driver
mm.
and she was put there and now she belongs. And you don't, she doesn't know what she's talking about half of the time.
No, no, she doesn't. It seems like she says something, then they go, "Well, Danica, I disagree completely with what you've just said," and that is the whole broadcast when she's there, which is so sad because it's you want to see more women on TV, and you want to see more women out in the pit like, doing all this kind of reporting, but then it's kind of like she's saying the wrong thing, and then you've got kind of the male reporters then having to contradict, and you just feel a bit icky about the whole thing. Um, yeah,
You know who
not great.
should do that and who would be really good? Claire Williams.
Yeah, she's a
I
great
love
speaker.
watching DTS and the interview part when she's the one talking. Like,
Hmm.
she knows so much, and they
Oh
did
yeah.
like a Williams documentary-ish,
Hmm.
and she speaks so well and explains so well what happened
Yeah.
with Williams and why they had to like pretty much sell the team. And yeah,
I don't know if you've listened to not to give another podcast a shout out while we're on our own podcast, but High Performance is a great podcast and Claire Williams was on it. A lot of kind of other kind of F1 related people have been on it. She speaks so well and kind of has just this and she's still so humble about the whole thing of kind of like oh, well, I was a woman at a time where they didn't want to see a woman in that kind of position. And I was just kind of had to think of myself as more of kind of a marketing communications person rather than someone running the team, even though she had been doing that and running the team for as long as like her dad had been ill and she'd kind of come to that age. It's just, she gives a really interesting perspective on it. Or we could do it. If they needed us, me, you, Cam, Ali, we'll all go and alternate on the TV.
yeah,
Yeah, it's nice because on Canal Plus we do have a woman who knows what she's
Nice.
talking about, and like her dad was an F1 driver. She also drives sometimes. Like she drove the safety car on an event in Le Mans and stuff,
Excellent.
and she's amazing. So love her. However, yeah, as I was telling you on the group chat, Jacques Villeneuve as a commentator. he's not a fan favorite, so yeah, like
Mm.
he was not there for a few races, and then he came back this weekend, and yeah, I kind of missed the other guy. Not
I'm
gonna
not
lie.
I'm not as sorry, you might hear this. No, you won't. I'm not his biggest fan. I just feel like he gets a bit too critical, where it's like you're not judging the racing now, it's becoming slightly personal for you.
Yeah, yeah, he is very, very critical, and a lot of time like says stuff where the other commentator is like, "No, Jack, like you're talking
No.
shit."
Just
So
just because you're an F1 champion, does that mean you know what you're saying? Plus, the only reason you are an F1 champion is because Michael Schumacher was disqualified that year.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's a lot
And
of
I'm
like,
not
"Oh,
afraid to
back in
say
my
that.
days, back in my days," like, yeah, okay, okay, but now we're like in 2025, the cars have changed,
Mhm.
everything has changed. Like, stop talking about back in your day. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of something. Do you not think that so if you to think of F1 drivers like 20 years ago compared to now, I was thinking about this when Oscar Piastri was asked about kind of the incident, and he just communicated his awkwardness just through the medium of memes. How he kind of quoted Charles Leclerc at 9 years old, and this was
Incident.
his that yeah, this was his kind of way of saying I'm actually quite angry about the whole thing. Whereas like 20 years ago, they could probably just be like, yeah, that was a bit shit. Like I'm But now we're getting to the Gen Z drivers where the way that they communicate their kind of dislike or kind of anger is going, well, it was a bit of an incident right there, wasn't it? Like it's just a bit funny that their way of doing that is the forum of memes.
Yeah, yeah, I love having more Gen Z drivers now. Like, I love that stuff. I mean, yeah, communicating through memes,
Or having
amazing.
all the drivers that understand how to do social media.
Yeah.
And it's like, get me in. What do you need me to do?
Yeah.
Like, the older ones are Fernando and Luis. And the difference of how they handle like the social media, it's that's why Aston Martin has so many followers because their drivers are like on it to do social media. One more
Mm.
than the other one, but they are on it. And you've seen like the difference between Charles having a younger teammate to have Lewis. Uh, there's no, where is the Lewis plus Charles content on YouTube? It's non-existent. They had that with Carlos. They had that with even with Vettel.
Oh.
And why?
Yeah, yeah, I think
What
it's not
happened?
just an age thing, it's Hamilton, he's not as like keen on social media, and also probably because like he doesn't need to show himself off to be known. Like, I mean, he is like whenever I talk about F1 to people who don't know anything, they're like, "Oh, Lewis Hamilton." That's
Yeah.
the only name they
But
know.
you
So,
know why is that? Because when he was younger and he was about to lose his seat in Formula One, he just partied and hang out with famous people. That's why.
yeah,
Because
but also I think because he's like in fashion and stuff, a lot of times like people have heard of him like because of fashion and the Met Gala and
The
that
first
kind
time
of
I ever
stuff.
really heard about F1 was because Lewis Hamilton presented Taylor Swift with a music award at the Brits. And I suddenly went, who is this man? What's he doing? Presenting the award to
no,
my icon. And I was hooked ever since.
more Formula One lore for you. In I think it was 2016,
Oh,
17. Um,
I I'm with you.
Lewis was partying so much and doing so many things that Toto sat him down and it's like, if you continue doing this, this is your last year of contract. And then he changed everything and he became vegan and everything, but he was this close to lose his seat because of
Uh,
the way of part of life he was like when he was hanging with Nicki Minaj and Tom Cruise, Leo DiCaprio, all those things, he almost lost his seat.
Is that when he was dating
Nicole
Ni
Scherzinger?
Nicole?
No,
Yeah.
they had a very broke.
Okay.
That's why they broke up, and that's when party life started.
Isn't she like a Trump supporter now? I think. I
Yeah, that
mean,
really upset me.
you dated
Not
a
to get
black man,
political.
if you're not aware, but okay.
And she's also like mixed or something.
Yeah, I don't know. She was doing really well. The Sunset Boulevard was a great comeback musical, and then all of a sudden she's a Trump supporter. Not to get political, but how can you be a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
yeah.
Talking Trump, Carlos was asked, Carlos Alcaraz,
Oh,
because he's playing the US Open.
yeah.
He won the US Open. He was asked how it feels to have the US president. And he was like, oh, it's really, and then he like realized who was the president,
Yeah.
smile like wiped away from his face. He was
Uh,
so trying to be so polite, and I was like, Carlos.
I love Carlos Alcaraz. I love
It
him.
was so good. Um,
Not
no,
to not to
happy for
panic anyone.
Campos, happy for winning that F3 championship and
Boop, boop.
having an 1-2 on the race. Pepe got a podium. Arvid decided to play bowling instead of racing, taking out like it was crazy. He took off Stanek, then he no first he played like bumping cars with Alex Dan, and
Huh.
then he was gone. And then he decided that one was not enough. I'm going to take up Roman Stanek, and the campus mechanic tried to fix the car with like tape. That was so fun. And yeah,
Excellent.
out of
Well,
22, only 16 finish.
well, on that note, any last thoughts there?
Um,
Three of two.
Baku, I hope it will be more exciting.
Mm.
That McLaren will not do some weird stuff. And yeah, I'm not gonna say anything more because whenever I say something, I jinx it.
It's
So,
spring weekend.
Whoa!
Spring,
oh no.
that's
Yes.
crazy. Well,
I
Aston is not going to do good because we have absolutely not speed on the
s-
streets, and it's the longest one in the in the calendar. So
never seen someone so genuinely excited there for a second and then so straight back down to earth about the performance of Aston Martin.
no, because I was not. I thought I had like seen on my calendar because
Mm,
I've got a wait 1 second. Maybe it's not.
bear with.
Maybe that was the F2. It was
I'm
F2.
it was
Sorry.
so God, I went
You
through all the
can
motion.
I don't know if you can there. Blue is
Wow.
F2. Blue is F2, and it was like, but don't you think like sprint race in Baku would be so cool?
It would be
Oh,
sick. I
oh,
like Baku. I think I
One of my
always
favorites.
enjoy my races. Last year, when for what was the last like 10 laps when Charles Leclerc was chasing Oscar Piastri down, that was thrilling. I could have watched that on repeat, 70 more laps of that. It was
And
so
then
exciting.
and then Checo was about to get
God, remember
Charles,
Checo.
and
God,
then Carlos was about to get Checo, and
that
then
was insane. That was madness. That was like the last, oh, take me
and
back.
George got the podium.
That was like a classic George Russell day out where he just inherited a podium and he's been doing it ever since.
It was so
Wow.
like, you know what would make Baku even better? Night race.
Could you imagine that
Like
little castle lit up?
the reason
oh yeah.
why Singapore is one of my favorite like tracks, even though you cannot overtake. Please bring back old Singapore. I love that one. Like the tunnel, whatever, what crashed. That was the best thing of the
Oh,
freaking track. But it's because my favorite type of races are like street races and night races.
love it.
So Baku, night race, and rain, 10 out of
Oh my God, could you imagine in rain?
10 out of 10. So that year
Oh,
that it was Singapore under the rain, nighttime,
oh.
I was living my
That
favorite thing in the whole world.
I just had completely brushed that Checo Carlos Sainz incident out of my brain. What a time! I've forgotten about Checo until quite recently when the Cadillac announcement came out. I'd forgotten he was a person. Now he's back on the radar. But that was so
Yeah.
thrilling. If we get another race like that, half as interesting, Azerbaijan's gonna hit different in the
Yeah.
race. Super
No.
Yeah,
cool.
and since there's like big straights and stuff, Williams could do something.
They're doing great. They're fucking thriving, except for Carlos Sainz, but
No, yeah, totally.
oh, I can't
And
wait.
let's see, because there's a lot of rumors in the F3, F2 paddock of who's
Mm.
going to be where next year. So maybe next
Who's
podcast
going
we
to
have
be what?
something. Who is going to be where? Because, for
Ah,
example,
yes.
for Naroli, he's about to win the championship, or he could like win the
Mm.
championship. But there's absolutely, he's not under anyone's wing.
Mm.
So where is he going to go? What is he going to do? Where is
Mm.
Rafa Camara going now? Is he going to stay with Trident when they have a bad car, or is he going to go to Invicta, as Leo Fornaroli did, and have a competitive car? What's happening with Lindblad, that after having such bad races, he's like on walking on eggshells to get that Visa Cash App seat from
Mm.
Lawson? If Pepe managed to get in P3, P4 of the championships, he's going to get the super license, and he's done better things at Arbit. Everything is so in like,
I this might be unpopular opinion, and I have a feeling that I just feel it in my waters. I think Liam Lawson's still going to be there next year.
so who are they going to kick out? Because
I have no
Isaac is
idea.
going to go to Red Bull.
Yeah, he's going to go to Red Bull. I'm worried about Yuki Tsunoda.
I think Yuki's out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying
That's what I think is.
last
I think
week.
Yuki is out. I think that they'll try and keep someone who knows the V carb car, and they've tried to be a bit different. I think that Lauren Mekies is going to try and be a bit different and try and actually keep them where they are and let them do their thing. But I worry for Tsunoda. I think he's out.
I think he's out too, and because this is the last year where Red Bull is working
Honda.
with Honda
Yeah.
in engines, and next year they start with 4.
Yeah.
But can you imagine like Liam going back to Red Bull and then
No.
having Isaac and Pepe in Visa Cash App? That would be so
Chaos.
fun.
Be
Those
so fun.
like
Chaos.
I
Love it.
I don't, I'm not like a fan of Isaac, because in Q1 you could see his true colors showing up when he started screaming on the radio.
Mhm.
And but him and Pepe are such a great tandem that I cannot wait to see again. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but Lawson in a Red Bull again.
No.
like
Oh,
Ooh, he
Max
only did it
Max is
twice and it was bad.
advocating for not getting Isaac in Red Bull because he's doing so well in, like, he doesn't want Isaac like underperform. Did he die? No,
No,
no.
I laughed at Cam's yawn. I say I bro
yeah.
sorry, I couldn't help it. I really thought I was trying to be so professional and I just heard Cam yawn.
So
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Max is vouching for them not to put Isaac in the second seat because he doesn't want to see him underperforming.
Yeah.
So
I know we spoke about it earlier, but just one final point on Max Verstappen for the day. Do you not think it's a wee bit funny that, he's saying, "Oh, it's so ridiculous. I can't believe they've swapped the places." But the man literally has a team that kind of works around him and he hands off all his bad parts to his teammate. And remember when he had to give fifth back to Checo, however when it was, and that was a bloody nightmare. It's so funny that he'd be like, these little McLaren snowflakes switching the positions. I would never make anyone do that.
True.
It really made me
and
True.
chuckle because he's like, mate, that is your team. We would all move for you.
And then something that was also really funny is that a couple of years ago, everyone was booing at Max when he
Yeah.
won, and then you could barely hear Dutch anthem because what you could hear was people singing
Do,
do
do,
Max
do.
Verstappen. Like, I was like, oh my God, how the
How
tables
times have
have
changed.
turned.
Yeah, but I
Oh,
mean, it was the same for like Lando before winning. Everyone was like, "Oh, we love Lando," and now so many people hate him. So
yeah.
But I think
Not,
that
yeah.
the lore is bigger in this situation because of the big rivalry between Ferrari and McLaren, and how one of the engineers stole pretty much the whole Ferrari car and gave it
Mm.
to McLaren. Like the hate in Italy for not
Spygate.
the drivers, the McLaren drivers, but for the McLaren team is so big that I think that's why.
Yeah, Charlie XCX on Brat this summer. Sympathy is a knife. I recommend everyone. It's a knife when you're finally on top. That's the Charlie XCX way. So Lando is now on top, and everyone hates whoever's winning, don't they?
Yeah.
Then add Spygate into the mix, and then suddenly it's broken a nation.
Yeah, but we're seeing exactly the same. Like
Mm.
it's same team, same mistakes. Not they don't have a stolen car this year, but the mistakes with the drivers are the same. So
Oh, and wait, just I got the polo red like quite
Wow.
some time ago, but yeah, I have it. I
He's
can
got it.
confirm it
It's on
smells
his
good.
back.
Yeah, because there's an empty spot, so
It
I was
fits
like,
so
oh,
well. It
it's
fits so
same
well.
colors. It's great. I'm still moving in. This one is empty. This
Yeah.
one is pretty empty. The whole wall is white. It's okay. I'm just
Th
changing
those that
backgrounds.
those that know. Those who see it, that's like a little Easter egg there for them.
exactly.
Exactly. It's here.
Oh,
So yeah. Then
well.
what else? Oh yeah, well, the Marquez brothers again, one and
Mm.
two in the home Grand Prix. Everyone went crazy. 3 out of 3 of Spanish wins in the Catalan Grand Prix. The typical MotoGP thingy. So yeah, that's everything that covers the weekend.
I think we've done an absolute belter of a job there, guys. I don't see why anyone should listen to any other podcast other than ours because that was perfect debrief.
Exactly.
Thanks so much for listening, guys. We'll be back in your ears for the next Grand Prix debrief. Wait, do you want to give a prediction or Cam, are you kind of no predictions because it just
Nope.
jinxes things?
No.
No. Okay, we're not going to do that because it never goes our way. But thanks everyone for listening, and we will be back very soon.
Bye.
Bye.